News accounts of the large number of children crossing the border are often called a flood or a surge, but to members of Brooklyn's Catholic Migration Services that travel down to the U.S. Mexico border, they are much more than collective nouns, but individuals with their own story.
Speaking with migrants themselves, you get a much more personal understanding of how this crisis is impacting people's lives, how families are torn apart, how so much of what's fueling the migration kind of crisis is the desire of families to be together, and of course also the desire of people just to earn a living and to be able to support themselves and their children.
We have all seen the videos by now. Children riding atop trains and others wrapped up in foil sheets, lined up in facilities topped with barbed wire fences. They're traveling thousands of miles on perilous roads plagued with drug traffickers, gang members, and human smugglers. CMS traveled a small portion of one of these roads.
We went out into the desert and sort of walked through a path that's frequented by migrants, and we were only there for about 45 minutes, but we were exhausted, and it just gave you this very slight, a sense of what the actual journey might be like, and kind of the physicality of it. We also saw Bibles and rosaries and kind of religious icons, and then we saw baby bottles and things that it makes you realize sort of what's going on and who's coming to the desert and what the risks that people are taking.
The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has said they will detain more migrants and accelerate their cases so they will be deported more quickly. But still, thousands are arriving at the border each day.
But being there and seeing what people were physically subjected to and the courage that must take and the determination. Each of us, I think, sort of ask that question is, what does it keep people going? I think the desire to be with family, to be able to maintain your family, that is a indefatigable, drive, right? It's something that just pushes people forward.
CMS is currently working with many unaccompanied minors. After being detained at the border, the youngsters are only being released into the custody of family members.
Helping them to obtain status or to resolve their immigration legal issues. We definitely are seeing an increase every day in terms of the number of referrals and requests for legal assistance that we're receiving in those kinds of cases.
For Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.